Is it?
And then they go, Oliver, never before. Has a Ask for More. It's a great musical. You didn't do those
I'm
things,
sure it is.
Saints people.
I mean, I'm sure we did. I don't know if we did Oliver though. It was probably before my time or
How
after
could
my
you
time.
not do Oliver? No, did you
We
do
did
My
a
Fair
lot of
Lady?
things,
Did you
no.
do Serafina?
Yes.
Which one was
Impintombi as well. We did Joseph and the Technicolor
Yes,
Dreamcoats.
yes.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Ah, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch.
I wasn't
This
singing in those ones. Or playing music.
Cinderella?
Cinderella we did.
Okay, which Cinderella? The Black Cinderella or the Disney Cinderella?
I mean, Lupita was Cinderella, so...
Ah, so the Black Cinderella.
Of course!
Do you remember any of the songs?
No! Musical was for fun times, and it was a fun time. It was because it's like, if you do the music, then you actually have to be like doing the music. Saints was very serious about music.
As it should. I mean, it's a musical.
No, but we were like very serious. That's why our things were very popular.
I love
Like
a
we
good
used
musical.
to,
They
we used to do
dropped
the
off
whole
in a
of first
bit.
term. The whole of first term was
Yeah.
prep for the musical. That was,
There was a
in
drop,
March.
I think, after you guys left.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
See, it's
I don't know what
management.
happened.
We got a fucking useless principal who decided
Ah.
money is more important. When you put Kenyans in charge of things, and Kenyans who are just obsessed with money, things go a different way.
What's your favorite musical? Do you have a favorite musical?
No,
Are
I
you
do not.
pouring yourself a drink?
I'm pouring myself more of a drink.
Hey, today we are drinking
More gin.
more gin.
Jina langu ni.
Come on, gin, you're really annoying. I can't stand it. Today, the gin that we're drinking is the Larios 12, which is a Mediterranean.
No.
What?
We're drinking Mediterranean gin. Are we plugging them for free? They ain't paid us, but also feel free.
We're drinking a Larios gin. It's a Mediterranean gin, 5 times distilled. I'm not super excited about the quality of the bottle. Packaging. Wait! I wanted to cheers.
Okay.
I like the design on the sticker on the bottle, but I don't like the font that they've used to describe it. Yes, like
It's
on
not
the back,
easily legible.
and it's just not like attractive or interest inspiring. But the gin itself is a pleasant light gin. Like, it's what you drink when you don't want to be choked or given a headache by Bombay Sapphire.
Bombay Sapphire with its ambiguous content of alcohol.
Yeah, it's actually I think it's a very relaxed gin. It's like a very unassuming, bordering on unremarkable gin. It smells very nice when you pour it. It's just a light gin. It's a manageable gin. I quite like it. How do you feel about it?
I feel like it's gin.
Yes. Yes, it is gin.
It's not.
Also,
It's not bad, and I don't know if I have the right amount of experience or interest to be able to judge a good gin from a bad. I mean, a good gin from an okay gin.
no, but either you
Like,
like
it's
the
not
gin or you
bad.
don't. It's not. Yeah, it has nothing.
I enjoy the beverage. It's not. There's nothing that has put me off of it.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Price
But
wise,
it's not like whiskey where I can taste and tell you I like this one and I don't like this one and this one is okay. This one I can tell you, nah, this gin is disgusting. Gordon's Pink, is that you?
woo!
Or any of those other pink
They
things?
have a new gin.
Cough
out.
syrup nonsense.
The lemon one.
I've not tried it.
I haven't tried it either. So price point comparison, it's more expensive than a Gilbey's because the Gilbey's is what, like $12.50. This one is $1,900. I'm trying to think what to compare it to. Like a tank, like the normal tank is like a $2,400.
She means Tanqueray. This is
Sorry,
how bougie people talk.
Tanqueray is $2,400. Shut up.
A tank. Tank ni nini wewe mse?
Anyway,
Uh-huh.
yeah. And I don't know if it's like because it's a slightly cheaper gin or it's not a London dry. It's really hitting me fast. I've only had one glass.
Inaku affect.
In any effect. So, sababisha yo. Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers.
Welcome to
The do it of the wise and the wise of the do it and the you it and the podcast
and
of
the
the
casts
year.
of the pods. Yes. Today is December. Like we're in the last
December.
half of December. Yes.
The year is ended.
2020.
And where has it gone? To COVID. That's where.
Not to shit. It's gone to COVID.
I mean, COVID and shit. Shit is better. It's predictable.
I know. I was actually writing a piece about this today.
Uh-huh.
I was just like, the pandemic isn't even the worst thing about this year for me.
Mm.
Yeah. The worst thing about this year is that even in a pandemic,
Mm.
Kenya will not change. Kenya want to become better. Kenya want to make our systems better. Kenya still doesn't care about people, whether those are doctors or citizens or taxpayers. Like nothing. Like
There's-
nothing has changed Kenya. Like post-election violence has not changed Kenya or
There's-
made it better.
There's
COVID
a-
has
There's
not.
a fallacy that people need to reconcile. Kenya is the people, and the people are the only ones who can change Kenya. The government is never, and I'm going to repeat this, the government will never act in your best interest. Not the Kenyan one, not the way it's currently constituted, not the
government.
way it's going to be constituted for the next 10 to 15 years because of the way people seem to be apathetic about their lives.
Do you think it's an apathy thing or like a belief that you can't do anything?
Absolutely. That's apathy. If you believe you can't do anything, try not going to work. That happened at the beginning of the pandemic. What happened to the country?
Mm.
It's a simple cause and effect. Like, if everybody was of the same mind, we could change the country. But people are not. People are willing to suffer, and they're willing to take bullshit, and they're willing to go through the motions that they were going through before because they feel like there's a way to game the system and be better. Like, it's a selfish thing.
Mm. Yeah, I think so. And I think a lot of the problem comes from our selfishness. So, like, you know how, like, Raila was like, oh, doctors shouldn't be so selfish. They're not the only ones
Did you see him on TV
dying."
yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Hey.
I don't watch Raila
I don't
on
watch.
TV.
I don't watch the TV either. But it's like it was there, and I saw it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy saying?
What was he saying?
I don't remember, but I remember it incensed me because I try not to keep things that upset me in my mind. It's a waste of my mental space.
Cerebral capacity.
Correct, the English version.
But it is, because I'm still pissed over what he was telling doctors. And when he was like, oh, you know, you're not the only ones dying. This is a bad time
They're
to
the
go on
only ones that can
strike."
save you, motherfucker.
But you see,
That's the
thing.
only thing that differentiates a doctor from the rest of us. They are dying like us. They are starving like us. They have no insurance like us.
Yeah.
And they're the only ones who can save us.
Yeah.
If that doesn't compute for you, I think you're a fucking idiot. That goes for all these guys.
Yeah, and you know, like, it's so crazy to me how we've already, like, moved on from the headlines of people dying to campaign. Election is in 2 years, you know, like, it doesn't
Fucking
even matter that
BBI, I
people
was
are
so
dying
happy when
anymore.
yeah, he was talking about the loss in... Also, our press is really... It really disappoints me. It's like, you have this guy there and you don't ask him any hard questions. They were talking about the loss in Msambweni, and I was like, yes! The people in Msambweni are at least on the same page as me, because it's like, nah, fuck BBI, fuck you, and fuck that shit that you're trying to push to us. We need change. We need real, tangible things that can help us, not this fucking
But who did they
bullshit
vote
where
for
you're just trying
instead?
to eat money.
But who did they vote for?
I feel like I'm talking like you very fast.
You're not. Oh, hey, guy, maybe I'm not a good judge of who is talking fast and who's
No,
not.
you're not.
I still don't hear it. Anyway,
Mhm.
that isn't even... Sorry, guys. I got distracted.
Tangents, but it's okay. Let's keep-
tangents. What I really wanted to talk about is, other than the fact that the year hasn't really changed, you know how people feel about New Year's resolutions? Like, oh my gosh, it's a new year.
New year, new me.
And
Nah,
I'm like,
nigga.
This year,
New year, same you.
what I'm gonna do is... Do you have any resolutions?
Nah, I never do that shit.
I didn't even finish the question.
I never
You
do
don't know what I was-
resolutions.
You don't know what I was gonna ask?
I don't have them, and I'll never have them.
But you don't know what I was... You didn't let me finish the sentence? See, man. So, what I was gonna...
Let's see how different it is than what I thought you were going to ask.
Is there anything different that you want to do with your filmmaking career next year?
No. Not next year.
Ah,
does not,
I
like-
tried to word it differently. Nothing.
The things I want to change about myself are things I'm going to change regardless. The time, like, next year is just a marking of time.
Yes.
Like, time is ambiguous. It's a construct. Like,
And it's a spectrum.
it's not a thing that I use to measure what I'm doing. It's like, if I'm doing the thing, either it's the right time or it's not the right time. And if you think it's not the right time, it's not. And if you think it's the right time, it is. It's that simple.
Okay, now ask me.
What are your New Year resolutions?
I don't have New Year resolutions as such, but there are
Uh-huh.
things that I want to do next year. I think
Uh-huh.
New Year's resolutions are very. I think for some people it's stupid, and then for some people, like being on the cusp of a new year where like another year has gone by and there's something you wanted to do and you didn't do it. I think sometimes it gives you like the impetus to be like, okay, listen, brand new page, let's get it. Because it took me like many years to start. Yes, what? Oh.
It's the same page though.
Ah, it's a new year according to the Gregorian calendar, Julian calendar. I can't remember which one we follow, what it's called, and the ones that the Ethiopians follow. So, because like it literally took me like I had to like getting. So I started working out this year, and the reason I started working out is because I'm scared of my body collapsing on me when I'm older. Like that's literally the only reason. I'm not trying to lose weight, although now I should probably lose a little bit of weight because I drink. I'm not trying to, I don't know, build muscle or tone. I'm just trying to get my heart going and get active in a way that will be of assistance when I'm
Clear
older.
your arteries
Exactly.
and have your lungs
Because you know that
working.
shit doesn't reverse.
No.
Like when there's like build up in your things, you can't reverse that. Like if your arteries are calcified, you can't make them uncalcified.
Oh, calcification is a different thing. I thought you just mean like buildup of like fat deposits and shit.
And that.
Hmm?
Can you reverse that?
Yeah.
Okay. So my point is, I was just trying to keep it moving so that it keeps moving into my old age, right? But it literally took me like 4 years to like be like, okay, I'm gonna do this year. Okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm gonna buy one bra this year. I started skipping rope in 2018. Okay, I only properly started skipping rope this year, right? So for me, what the new year brings is, okay, maybe this year I should try and be more honest. I'm trying to be more honest next year.
Oh, yeah.
Although this is
With
a
who?
resolution, everyone, this is a resolution I make every year. I fail a lot because I'm passive aggressive and I'm not good at telling people what they don't want to hear, and I struggle with it a lot. So every year I'm like, okay, this
This
year
is
I'm
the
gonna be
year.
more honest. All these people and their feelings be damned. It rarely works. But one word I'm gonna try and say more of this year is no.
No.
Yes, without an explanation.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be like, I
That-
don't want.
That's why
to.
for me, I always try and give you that space. It's like if I ask you something and you say no, I don't push for
Thanks, babe.
explanations. I don't, because I feel like a lot of people don't respect people's spaces in terms of if I say no, that's enough.
And it should
If
be.
I feel like I want to explain, I will. If I don't, I won't.
And it doesn't matter how many years we've been friends.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter
that's
if your mother.
insignificant.
If it doesn't
it's
matter.
my choice.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's my choice. If you have
Yeah.
asked me, it means it's my choice.
Yeah.
It's full stop.
I really hate having to explain my decisions at this big age.
Yeah.
Like, if I wanted your opinion on my decision, I feel like I would have asked it.
Yeah.
And
And
I
even
should-
when I ask your opinion, it's like, it's just input.
Like, it's
I'm
information.
still going to
Yeah.
decide by myself.
At the end of the day, I have the veto
I might decide that
power.
what you said is stupid. I might decide what you said
Exactly.
is sensible, and I'm still going to do the stupid thing. It doesn't, like, don't feel like you suddenly have power over what I'm going to do because you gave me advice.
I struggle so much with saying no. I
Mhm.
struggle so much. It irritates me. And you know what? Another reason why it irritates me, I feel like my image is that like a bold, confident, sassy queen.
Uh-huh.
And like I aspire to that thing that people think I am. I
But
do.
you're that thing.
No, you listen. You listen. Anyway, I want to say no more. So I rarely have like more than 3 resolutions. So being more honest is a constant. Saying no more is under that because that's being honest, right?
Yes.
I want to travel more because I didn't really travel this year. Why are you making a face?
That's the thing you need to resolve.
Well, yeah, I had to like purpose. I don't usually budget for my travel. I've decided.
So you
like,
want to
I'm going
budget
like,
for your
budget
travels.
and and
Because I don't
travel
understand what you're
more.
saying. Even
like-
in this pandemic year, you've traveled plenty.
No, I've traveled twice. Once actually, twice. I'm like
Where have you traveled to?
Otalet,
Uh-huh.
Watamu.
Naivasha.
Oh.
ETC, ETC.
No,
There's
that's
been a
3.
lot
That's
of
3. That's
places.
3. That's Naivasha, Wales. I didn't go anywhere from March to
Really?
March to Ultalet. I didn't go anywhere. March to October.
And yet that has nothing to do with your planning and your actual trip appetite.
No, but like now I want to be like
Like
yeah.
you were
so
going to
now,
go on trips regardless,
now my trip
but the only thing
appetite-
that stops you is what stopped the entire planet.
That's true. So now my trip appetite is like I want to go somewhere every month.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So 12 trips next year.
Yeah.
So you need to budget for 12 trips, is what you're saying,
And
is
I-
what you
I
want
already-
to purpose
I'm
to
already
do.
running out of money for this upcoming trip. Yeah. So I want to travel every month. I want to get better at my Spanish. So those are the three things.
Alright.
No travel Spanish.
For me, the reason why I don't do
Wait,
resolutions,
wait. Yo quiero hablar español más. No, yo quiero hablar español más. Muy bien, gracias. Anyway, as you
don't
can
speak
see,
Spanish?
huh? Yo no hablar español. That's what you would say if you didn't want to say.
Lupita.
Ah, there we go. Loop loop. I'll let you boo.
What
You
up?
know when Lupita did the thing for matchmaking?
Matchmaker?
She was doing the thing for I'm looking for a matchmaker for a friend. I really jumped inside her DMs. I was like, hi, I hook up some of my friends. So if you need my service, I wonder who she picked.
Oh, there was a thing. I
One of
wasn't
my
paying
couples
attention.
actually got into a relationship.
Like full food.
Another one, yes.
Another one.
Another one.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, 'cause the first one, yeah. The first one's broke up. But this one,
What?
yeah.
I mean, it's inevitable.
I mean, sometimes.
Relationships always end.
I mean, either someone dies or
There's an end.
there's an
Everything
end.
has an end.
Yes.
Unfortunately, but
In
that's
the
life.
end, it don't even matter. Yeah.
The reason I don't do resolutions is because I feel you can easily fall into that cycle that you're talking about. You're trying to do something for 4 years, but you're waiting. You're waiting for the new year. You're waiting for some sort of inspiration. Or like there's
The
no inspiration.
of
There's
a
no
quote-unquote new start.
There's none of that. The only thing that works for me is if I decide to do something, I do it, and if I don't, I don't, and I'm comfortable on either side of that equation. It's like I want to be more healthy. The thing I purposed to do was I was like I want to work out. Like you want to work out now? Nah. So when I want to work out, I'll start working out. But
Let's work out together.
what I did for my health was I watch what I eat. I try to cook as much as possible and try to be as healthy with the cooking as I can. That's a struggle, but it's still better than just eating whatever is available.
Let's work out. Let's work out. Ain't nobody gonna tell you how you're gonna do it. Ha, 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 ha. Can you believe J-Lo is like 50?
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
I can't.
I can't believe it.
I can't.
Anywho,
You.
I hear you, but like, how? So your success rate with just deciding to do stuff and then doing it is actually good.
Yeah, because when you do that, what happens is you realize that the thing is always going to be hard, whether you decide to do it now or next week.
It's true.
So if you want to do it, do it. And if you think you're not ready to do it, then don't.
But I need time to like psychologically prepare. So it's like breaking
That
up.
makes sense. For me, my psychological preparation is, do you want to do it? Yes, no. No. Okay, then
'Cause
you'll think about it again next week. Sour.
So like even my breakups, when I schedule them, they're like a lot easier for me.
That was the funniest thing I heard. You know, I even forgot this story. Scheduled breakups. What the fuck are you talking about?
Because I don't want to
Do
break
you know
up.
there's once I broke up with someone on the spot as they were talking?
What?
Like in my mind, I was like, this is nonsense. This is not the thing. This is not healthy for you. It's not healthy for me, and it's over. In a span of 30 minutes.
And then at the end of the 30 minutes, you were like, we're broken up.
I was like, this is not working. You don't like me, and it's clear.
I know that is.
So perhaps let's not. Because this is only going to build up and become worse and worse. Like, when you can see patterns and see where things are going, it's easier to decide that the thing is not worth doing anymore.
So me, I had seen the pattern. I was like, you don't want children, but I'm not ready to break up with you because I'm still in love with you. So like, if I have time to psychologically prepare, this will be easier for me. So I was like, okay.
Was it
We're
easier?
gonna break up? Yes. Because I really did. So there was a time in the relationship I thought he was gonna break up with me, and I remember I spent the whole night crying. I wrote a really nice blog post. Hey, it was deep. Hey, I'll show you. It was deep. It was a good one. I think my rating when I was younger might have been much. Anyway, so wrote a blog post. Went
the
to work the
lack
next
of-
day. Cares and rent. went to work the next day. My eyes were red and swollen for like 2 days.
Shit.
Right? But then when we had the conversation about breaking up, by the time we were breaking up, I was like, this is ending anyway. This is ending anyway. It's fine. This is so for me, that
But
really assists me.
Does it make it easier? Because it sounds like you just moved the pain from the end to like before the end.
No, like I
You
just
moved the pain
I,
at the
I-
beginning of the
I
end.
could do
'cause you
all of the
cried already.
logical. I see what you mean, but I wasn't crying because, like, I didn't think that we were gonna have the conversation for scheduling when I was crying. When I was crying, I
Yeah.
thought it was over.
That's what I'm saying. You moved the pain that comes with it's over. What?
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, but that it's over now is also such a strong thing because, excuse me, not corona. When you like
Everything is corona. I really panic. Is it hot? Do I have corona? Or am I just sweating because it's hot?
I know.
Fuck, it was hot yesterday and I packed lotion. I was like, hey, this COVID
As in,
is touching me.
okay.
It's wild. There's still a lot of stigma attached to it, though. I find that very strange. It's like you can get it from just walking in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I don't know why people are afraid to. I mean, you're afraid to have it because of what it is. It can kill you. But outside of that, if it doesn't kill you,
And you
I don't
take the
know why.
precautions.
Yeah,
See, it's like HIV.
but it's not.
No, but it's like HIV. It's like what
HIV,
HIV
is
was
related
at the
to
time.
a lifestyle, or it's
No,
related
but
to
you can also you don't have to like HIV. It's not one of those things. that
exactly
you-
like the stigma was
could
there,
also
but
get
it
it-
was it was unfounded.
It was exactly so.
Same
That's
as
what I'm
this
saying.
one.
That's what I'm saying
Oh, okay,
about how
that's
it's
what,
like
okay.
HIV.
That I get you.
Like many people have it, right? We know the protocols. You can still get it by mistake,
And
by
if
no
you have
fault
it,
of
it's
your
not.
own.
It doesn't make you a less of a human
And there are
being
things
or
to
anything
do,
like
and there are
that. It's
drugs
like,
you can take, etc., etc. It
Yeah.
might kill a few people, yes, right? So I think,
A
like
few,
even
but-
with sex, like you can't have, you know how you could not have sex ovio after HIV came. Same way with like even COVID, you can't have sex ovio like with new people.
yeah.
Like you don't know where people have been to like house parties or 1824. Like you don't know.
Wamudoga, is that you?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. So, yeah, I think, yeah, it's totally the same. But speaking of COVID, sorry, as an aside before we go back to, like, resolutions. So we went to the launch of
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman 1984. Wait, technically not the launch
The
of the movie,
premiere?
more like the launch of the VIP cinema at Westgate.
Oh, that's what was happening.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't get the
So-
memo. So I'll come watch a movie.
But you
bet.
got sent a flyer by D. Thank you, D.
Thank you,
got sent
D.
a flyer.
I don't
The
pay
flyer
attention
said
to
the
those
VIP.
things.
Wow. Anyway, so it was the launch of the VIP
Smells
cinema.
all the time in the place. That's all I need to know.
Wow. And
Come
the
watch
dress-
a
and the
movie,
dress
free
code?
drinks. Dress code, I didn't pay attention to either. I put on some nice shoes.
Yes.
This
The
was
next time
much-
I'll be more prepared, I promise. I will do better. But so
I
why
won't
I
have such
felt-
promises.
what I felt comfortable about
See, you don't
with the
resolve. You just
premiere.
do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What
What
I
do-
felt more comfortable about the premiere is like I knew since it was a VIP cinema that means that like we were gonna have like spaced out seating, right?
Yes.
Which because I haven't been in a cinema I think since what's the last movie I watched in cinema? When did Avengers come out? Was that this year?
Yeah. Fuck.
That
Yeah.
was this year, and we went together, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit.
So I think that's the last time I was in the cinema properly. Oh no, I'm lying. Bad Boys. That one I didn't go with you. Bad Boys came out in Feb.
Huh?
Bad Boys.
Oh, you did?
Yes. What you gonna do? And so, you know, like if you're looking for a cinema experience where there's like maximum 30 people in the cinema.
Was it?
Yeah, didn't you
It's
like
like
if you
5
count?
times 10.
Is it
like
5 times
50.
10? It's like 1, 2,
I
3,
feel like
4,
they're 10, 12
maybe
rows.
5, 6, 7, 8. It felt like 8 rows to me.
So I'll say 50, 60.
Yeah.
Still better than 300.
Still better than 300. So that made me feel a little bit more comfortable. I kept my mask on the whole movie because I'm a panicker. And yeah, it was a pretty good experience. I really liked
I didn't
the
because
seats.
I was like, I've come here, and if I get the COVID, I've come here. Like, it was a decision I made to come
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. Like, because when you
I
make
took
the
precautions.
decision, yeah, but when you make the decision to leave the house, it is what it is.
It's not even leave the house, to go to a cinema.
To
It's
go to
like,
leave the house to
mm.
go to a cinema, yeah.
It was a premiere thing, and I was like, shit. There are people, like, there's people who, if I meet, I'm not giving them daps, I'm not
Yeah.
hugging, I'm not, because I don't know how their lifestyle is, but there are people who I believe have the same aversion to death and illness as I
Yes,
do.
yes.
And
Yes.
those are people who I make a reasonable risk assessment, and I'm like, they're sensible, or as sensible as I think I am, and so therefore, If I get it from them, I get it from them.
Yeah, I mean everywhere. Like I was doing a survey on my Instagram yesterday. Follow me at Abigail Oringa. About like what people are doing in terms of precautions, and I was just like, guys are like, no, me, I'm doing what I want. I'm just like, my dude.
Yeah, exactly. And
So
there's
now,
a
if
lot
those
of people
are
like
coming
that.
to the cinema,
There's
you
the
know
same
what I
people
mean?
who vote for this BB. Anyway. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's a bit scary. I'm curious about your thoughts on the movie.
Oh, are we talking about the movie?
Yeah, I finished talking about the cinema. Now I'm talking about the movie.
Like we're talking about the movie.
Yeah, we're talking about. The movie.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler!
Fucking DC, man. They take a good thing and they fuck it in the ass with no lube. So it's just rough.
Must it be a sexual?
Sorry, that was unnecessary. But it's like you took a sandwich and then you took out all the nice parts and then you just left dry bread.
And not even nice bread. Like you cut out the middle, nice white softness.
Yeah.
You left the crust that had been sitting out
Or
on
the
the
bread
counter
was
for days.
toasted for 79 hours. So just black and crusty and it's like, I mean, I still see the ham inside, but damn, son, there was more to this
I
sandwich
still
than
see
you
the
left.
dream of what it could
Yeah.
have been. We
Like-
really wanted a sandwich, a full sandwich.
A full sandwich,
A sandwich
nice and
that was as
toasted,
packed
mini, some
with
nice butter.
condiments,
Yeah.
you know, as the first one was. So for me, it was like a disappointment from the first movie, right? Just because.
And that's saying a lot.
Yeah, because you know, I really liked the first movie. I didn't enjoy it as much as Pirates of the Caribbean, which came out in the same year, but I really liked it. I thought it was super cool. I was very excited about Gal Gadot because I hadn't initially been excited about Gal Gadot,
Yeah.
just because I was like, in Fast and Furious, she was like a skinny little thing. I was like, there's no way this baby is gonna be an Amazonian warrior princess, but she carried it off really, really well. She was like foreboding. She has the accent thing. She has the regal
It
thing.
helps that she's like 7 feet 17.
Yeah, yeah, and it's amazing, and she towers over all these bitches, and by bitches I mean men, and like, the first movie for me was really good. It felt like inspirational, aspirational, girl power. It was like woman
It was
director.
well executed.
It was well executed. The script, the second one, man,
It's like they were trying to preach and be socially aware.
and patriarchal at the same time.
It's like, guys, you're trying to put too much in this fucking thing. Actually, it's like a burnt sandwich with too many things. It's like you have nyanya, lettuce, ham,
No,
cheese,
not even too many
bacon,
things.
sausage,
That-
maize,
It was too much.
socks. Like
Socks.
some of those things don't need to be there.
They didn't, and the story was centered around men, and it's called Wonder
It's
Woman.
so fucking
They
ridiculous.
should have called it Wonder Man.
Yeah,
I was
I'm like,
irritated at that.
The main villain was supposed to be a woman, but it was centered around a man.
Yeah, so
The
it was kind of, you know what they
The
did?
main hero is supposed to be Wonder Woman, but it was centered around.
Wonder Man.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yo, you know what they did?
Even if you're trying to show the impact of relationships, you should show the
no.
impact of
Even at the
relationships. Not the
beginning.
man being the center of, like, why are we paying attention to what he's wearing? It's like,
I know.
don't give a fuck.
At the very beginning of
It's
the
not
movie,
about him.
At the very beginning of the movie, she's sitting in a cafe and watching all these couples kissing. And I was just like, what in the
And I was
19...
thinking, what are you trying to say? What is it that you're pushing? What is the message here? Because I'm confused.
Love is
And I'm not a
all-consuming.
woman, so I don't know. Maybe there was. Did you understand the subtext?
I was extremely distressed at whatever subtext they
Because
were
I'm like,
pushing.
what the fuck?
You know what they did? They did the switch where you've been watching Dark Knight Rises the whole time. Like, Bane is so cool. He's such a great villain.
And then it becomes a sissy.
And then it becomes the chick, and you're like, wait. You made me
But,
believe.
yeah, you took all of his
and you just
everything
turned
away.
it on
You
its
took it
ass.
away.
And
It's
that
like
was one of
the thing they did with Marvel, Iron Man. What's the guy called?
Yeah. The man.
Ben Kingsley.
The one who was a Joker. He was an actor.
Yes.
Yeah, the villain. It starts with an M. The
Manchurian? No.
no.
Mandalorian?
No, not Mandalorian. It was something like the Manchurian. It was anyway. We know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
like-
the bad guy who turned out to be an actor in Iron
Like,
Man.
dude, you sold us like if you wanted to sell this thing less, get a less good actor to play that part.
Ben Kingsley.
It's like the fuck.
What a waste of time.
Same as
They
Tom Hardy. It's
wasted-
like, dude, he could have easily been the entire and
Oh, yeah,
complete
Tom Hardy was
villain.
Bane, I
Yeah, he was everything we needed, and then you're telling me his inspiration or his motivation was at his sadness or
Even like
relationships,
the-
trying to impress a babe. Fuck, Ada, here, this guy blew up a whole stadium
Yeah.
to impress a girl.
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, and so a lot of the things that Wonder Woman did were for this dude. It was
It doesn't
distressing.
like at
There
some
was
point
a
I was
lot
shouting
of-
at the screen in my
yeah.
head. It's like just leave the man alone and
Yeah.
save the world.
One of my other friends walked out of the cinema.
Yeah.
Like I was disappointed in Patty Jenkins. I really
Patty Jenkins is a dude.
is the babe who directed. You
The
know,
first one and this one.
Yeah.
What was she trying to do this one?
So the first, I don't know if it was like precious because no one expected the
Okay.
first Wonder Woman to succeed.
Is it?
Yes,
So,
they didn't advertise
listen,
it
Hollywood,
properly.
leave women and people of color alone. Let them do their fucking thing. Since you don't believe in them,
Yeah,
and when it succeeds, don't come back and try to
No, but
fucking
that's the
co-opt
thing.
the hype.
But that's the thing. That's what people do with women. That's what people do with black culture. Like that's what they do. They're
It's
like,
like, this thing is not important. It's not gonna do shit.
And
And then
it's
when
not
it does
cool,
all the shit,
then you take everything from it. Because I'm just like, it's the same babe. I was expecting so much from this movie. I was really disappointed. So in total, I think I would give it like, and there were so many plot holes. I would give it like a 4,
so
to be honest.
many plot holes.
Yeah, I would give it like a 4. I was.
I'll
it was
give
sad.
it a
'Cause
5.5
DC,
just because of the action.
I'm a DC babe. Sana. I don't know if I'm a
Despite the
DC
prevailing.
babe. I don't know if I'm a DC babe. I'm a Batman babe, which means I'm a DC babe to me. Okay. So I'm a DC babe, and I feel like we have so many good stories. I think Batman was the original, like, Batman and Superman with original, like, really, really good comic stories. Like, they set the pace for everyone else. They've been around, Batman has been around longer than everyone else. And now DC has this reputation of, like, bad movies. And it's like, we have such good stories. How can the movies be bad? And the animations are still so excellent. How is it that this does not translate when we have humans? It's very confusing to me.
It's equally as confusing to me as when you watch a Marvel series and you're like, what the fuck is this?
What?
It's garbage.
Iron Fist was,
And the movies are great.
Iron Fist was smelly garbage.
I think
Iron
it's
Fist-
the same thing. It's like they don't expect much from the series, so they don't put effort into it. But DC is trying to make money from these movies. They're trying to be popular. They're trying to build their own canon and universe.
Not that Marvel doesn't have its own problems. Marvel has
Of
a
course it
problem
has,
with
but-
trying to make everything too light and funny and
Yeah,
happy.
yeah.
Thor doesn't have to be a funny guy. I hated Ragnarok, guys. I hated it.
However, the problems are few and far between if you're comparing to DC. For me. Because DC is always just shitting the bed. It's like
I think they do.
Wonder Woman was the best thing to come out of DC for
in a while.
years.
Yeah.
And then you go and fuck it
Like
up.
it was like Dark Knight, Wonder Woman. Like
Things
the
in
trilogy,
between that were not
yeah.
animated were...
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what DC needs. I think I don't know. I don't know.
I think they're bouncing
I'm
all over
sad.
the place. You know that thing where you're trying to do the cool thing
Yeah.
as opposed to trying to just stick to your
Yeah,
fucking guns.
and get some lighting in the movie, as Kylie would say.
Get some lighting. You know, that was my complaint about Superman,
Mm.
all of the ones that were done, and I was just like, why can't I see anything? It's supposed to be a fight
Which
scene.
one,
If
like
I can't
Man of Steel?
follow,
I'm like,
the one where there was Zod and they were fighting in the city and they were,
yeah, that was a great fight. That was a great fight. Those were great fights. The Superman
could
Zod
see
fight.
more,
No, the
it would be
Superman Zod
better.
fight you could see. You only couldn't see when they were in the
That
bank and he
one-
broke his neck.
Superman versus Batman.
That was a nonsense movie, and the lighting was shit.
And I'm like, the lighting and the sound. And you know, they do that sound thing on purpose. And I don't know why they think it's clever.
But even Wonder Woman, I couldn't hear some things. Then I keep turning to you like, what did they just say?
And I don't know why they think that's clever. We do not need the sound effects to be so much louder than the audio because it discombobulates our senses.
It really does. And then I lose
We
track
can't.
of the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It takes me out of the fucking experience. If I can just transition from listening to an explosion to hearing conversation, like I get there's a difference in the sound, of the volume of the sound, but the difference that you have is unrealistic. Like I can hear an explosion in real life, and then depending on how
Exactly.
close I was, I might be able to talk to someone afterwards.
Man, they really wasted actors in Wonder Woman 84. They wasted Pedro Pascal so much.
Such a waste.
They wasted Kristen Wiig, who I'm really surprised, like, I really liked her acting. I don't usually like Kristen
Oh, yeah?
Wiig. Yeah, I'm just like, who's Saturday Night Live, whatever. But like her as like a bumbling embarrassment babe, I thought that was really good. They wasted Gal
And her transition
Gadot.
into a fine babe also.
What that was really interesting, and like
this white girl got some.
I know, right? Her legs looked very nice.
She looked great.
She looked great. So, yeah, I mean,
There's some good things, but a lot of it was just like it took me out of the thing so many times. I left the cinema at least 4 times,
yeah.
and one of those times was the only important time. The other time I was going to look for drink, walk around, like nothing serious.
I cried once in that movie.
You
Ooh.
cried
Yeah.
for what?
I can't say. It's a spoiler.
We think spoiler alert.
Yeah, but it's such a big spoiler. You know
Okay,
the spoiler
you tell
alerts
me.
of yeah. I cried. I was like,
I
when she was
I
like,
had
when
no.
she was, when
Oh,
she was,
right,
yeah,
right, right.
I'm like, I felt anyway.
I didn't
so,
feel that shit because I
I
didn't
felt it.
believe.
Yeah, I didn't.
whole-
It wasn't viable, but like I was identifying
Like
with
this
that
woman has lived
sentiment.
how many years?
Yes, I
And
was
she's how
identifying-
strong,
yes.
and then she's gonna give it up for love.
Yeah, but I was
The
identifying
whole
with,
world, even herself,
I
like
was
she will
identifying
die.
with the sentiment.
I understand, but
Yeah.
the movie for me was like she'll die so that the world can, so that she can have a boyfriend. You'll all die. You let everybody die so you can have a boyfriend.
But isn't that what society makes you do? Society is like marriage is the biggest, greatest achievement, and you are not.
And
a
that's what I'm
complete
saying. Is
woman.
like, what the fuck are you trying to say to people? You're supposed
Yeah.
to be doing. Okay, let me not say supposed to, because it's not my place to tell her what she was trying to do with the direction of this movie. But based on the
First one.
not even the first one, the conversations around it, the picture that they're trying to paint with the press and everything before and after the first Wonder Woman and since then to now, it's like you're trying to do something for empowerment of women. That didn't feel very empowering to me.
It didn't. It didn't.
It was like,
It didn't.
bruh,
It's
seriously?
true.
You're really pushing patriarchal nonsense here.
It was really nonsense. But yeah, so that's a review of Wonder Woman. Let us know what you think.
Go watch it if you want. Tell us what you think.
Where did I even deviate from? Guy. My gosh. New Year. Guy.
This is, we're just doing a recap of the year, I guess.
I guess so. So we've done Jin. We've done New Year's resolutions. We've done Wonder Woman. I wanted. Okay, so what I wanted to do with you to like close the show. Wait, is there anything that you wanted to recap in the year? Is there anything that you wanted to recap in the year that we haven't talked about?
I'm sure there is, but I can't think of it right now.
I mean, there's another episode. So, the last time I was with my friends, shout out to the Cuba girls. Happy birthday, fellow.
Oh, it's Fellow's birthday.
Yeah.
Happy
that's what I was-
birthday, Fellow.
That's what I was
It
trying
was
to call her.
yesterday.
Today.
Today.
Yesterday was Nya.
Aha!
Happy birthday, Nya.
Happy birthday, Nya. Happy birthday, Fellow. Shout out Cuba gang.
Yes! Gang, 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 habaneros! Actually, wait, we're girls. Would that be habaneros? Anyway, my Spanish is getting better next year. So, we were doing awards, like,
Awards
for each other.
okay.
So,
Friendship
like,
Awards 2020.
Friendship Awards 2020.
The tallest friend goes to.
Wait, are you taller than JB?
I feel like we're the same height, or
Okay.
I might be taller by like half an inch or something.
Okay.
Something insignificant.
So what award would you give yourself this year? It's at your face.
This is a bad game because I don't know.
It's a hard game. Like something that you were surprised that you did this year, or like got through this year.
Not surprised, but
or-
I'm glad that I didn't fall into the trap of holding out, trying to be, manly or whatever when the pandemic hit and my money started getting thin and I had to make a tough decision about my living conditions. Yeah. That I think it was the biggest thing for this year. I'm glad I did it, but also it's like it's difficult. But again, things are difficult. So yeah, making a difficult decision during the pandemic. I'm glad that I was able to find the courage to do so. 'Cause otherwise, I'd have just been sitting somewhere, accumulating debt and not knowing how I'm going to get out of it. And I'm also glad I had an option of how to get out of it, because I know a lot of people don't. So yeah,
Yay!
I'm glad.
Courage
That's
Award
it.
of the year goes to
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Onyango. Shut up.
Courage Award
Are
goes
they
to
your
the
awards?
doctors.
Are they your award? Is it your? Okay, fine. Yes, but see, it was an award you are giving yourself.
I don't do those things.
Clearly, okay.
I might buy myself cologne though.
Okay.
I gave myself an award when we went on holiday. That was an
Oh, yeah?
award.
You did?
Holiday is a reward, man.
It is. Oh, reward.
Reward, award,
Excuse me.
same thing for me.
What award would you give me?
Best friend.
The best friend.
Bestie award number 1.
Bestie. Oh no, you know JP will listen to this.
Number 1. And there's also another number 1. I have many number 1s, just 2. That's what I mean by many. Hi, JP. Number 1 and number 1. They are both number 1. So, number 11. Yes.
Do you want to know what award I would give you?
Mm.
And it's an award I'm handing over from me to give to you. So, you know, this year
You see?
has been full of, you know, so many things, and we've realigned our objectives and perspectives on a number of things. And some issues have become more important, some issues have become less important, some issues we talk less about. But if there's a mantle that I want to hand over to Ngango Ayanyi today, it is the award for most anti-capitalistic motherfucker in these streets. Last year, that was
one.
me.
I'll take that one.
My time has passed. I'm giving over my crown. If there's any conversation that even has a smell,
Capitalism!
capitalism's fault. It's capitalism. It's not your fault that you're single. It's capitalism. Which, although there's a very direct correlation, to be fair. It's not your fault that Corona is killing you. Capitalism. It's not your fault for that.
Capitalism.
So, most
The scourge of this earth.
the scourge of this earth. And so,
It's the reason why we are all suffering this pandemic.
see, I'm trying to give an award. It's my
See,
speech.
New Zealand
You
and
see?
Australia,
Look, you see?
who are not so, they are a bit more
I wouldn't
socialist
say
than
Australia.
others.
I would say New Zealand for sure.
Australia
It's
gets an
also
award.
smaller.
They're not wearing
Australia
masks, they're
hasn't
not in
dealt with-
quarantine, they're not doing shit.
But that's not capitalism. We can talk about that.
Yes.
But as you can see, even in the middle of me giving an award, yes. So most anti-capitalistic motherfucker in these streets, I
I'll
think that
take
award
it.
should go to you.
I'll take it.
I've
Thank you very
succeeded.
much.
Now
I
I'm on
appreciate
the
it.
I'm on the patriarchy minor trash tip. That's now my solid train. And quit your job. I'm back on the quit your job train.
To be fair, I don't think you ever left it. You were just being bamboozled by some shillings.
Man, they had to let me go. I wouldn't have left.
Yeah, similar to the
Yeah.
breakup.
I never experienced. Whoa! Whoa! I never experienced. Like a rat on the highway.
Like a rat!
Whoa! 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 I'm so glad I'm drinking. Whoa! Let me just. Oh, cheers to myself. Oh, okay. Hey, so pleased.
No, but you see, in both situations, there was something you were getting that was of value to you.
Yeah.
And the problem with both situations is sometimes the value that you're getting can confuse you or overshadow the drawbacks that are associated with whatever you're getting.
Yeah. So like life, weighing out basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, wow.
Life is hard, guys.
I'm sweating
Do
a
your
little
best,
bit.
be good friends, and
was,
be kind.
That was quite a hit. So yeah. But
If
you
not
know-
me, then who?
You know what award the Cuba girls gave me? They gave me the Spreading Cheer Award, Spreading Cheer during COVID
Cosign,
for the
cosign.
Instagram lives. But you always miss my Instagram lives.
That mean it doesn't spread love and cheer.
Okay, so they
I
gave
was
me.
listening because I can't be here sitting and holding my phone for 17 hours.
No, no,
I did it once.
and it was fun.
It was alright.
And
It
you
was
were
great.
funny in the
It was
buns.
great.
Yeah.
I won't lie, it was great.
Most committed to
To?
like friendships, partnerships,
Yeah, I'll give you that award as well.
and then most responsible during COVID.
Yeah.
So in that particular group of friends,
Ah,
just
okay.
because I'm always the one for, are we meeting outside? Is there air conditioning? Are there windows? I can't meet inside. There was a time, this babe, you know who you are if you're listening, trying to go to Milan. I was just like, guys, please,
Madness.
please, are you mad? Like,
Madness.
fuckboy culture and COVID? I can't.
Madness.
But
The
yeah.
number of people I've seen in clubs, I'm just like, oh, brethren and sisters. Why? Shout out Corona Castle.
I have an award for JP.
What's the award for JP?
Daddy of the year.
Hey, Daddy of the year. Big up yourself, JP, Susie. One year time selector.
Woo!
Bulakasha.
And that concludes my award show. Thanks for coming. And it was hosted for free, just like Tiffany Haddish's would have been if she had agreed to host it.
Oh, that's like they were trying to do to you severally. You know, it's
Manzi.
there's so many parallels in this world. That's
I
why
know,
you
right?
can't be blind to what's
We're the
happening in
same
the
guys.
world. We're all the same.
We're the same guys.
The same things that Tiffany is suffering with. My friend Dia Abigail is also facing the same bullshit in this very city. And I'm sure she's not unique in her suffering because there are others who are also being mistreated this way. The only difference is whether you choose to accept the mistreatment or not.
Don't accept the mistreatment. It's
Do your best. I
horrible.
understand there are things that sometimes you can't say no to, but do
Yes.
your best because it's your life and it's your peace and it's your heart. All these things matter.
Hey, peace. Peace is priceless.
Sometimes you do some shit and you don't want to do it, but you need to do it because life is life. That's life.
But if you don't have
But
to,
if you can
if you're
avoid
in a
it,
position where you don't have to,
exactly, don't do it.
we pray that you are blessed enough to continue to be privileged to be able to say no when you want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my wishes for all our listeners.
Yes.
The power and the ability and the courage and the strength to say no when you can.
Oh, I feel like I'm in church. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen, Pastor. All right, guys, join us for the next sermon whenever it will be. I don't know when. At some point.
Yeah, we've been trying though.
Yeah, I think so. Diana keeps reminding. Shout out to Diana for
Shout out Diana.
loving assistant. She was like, when is a podcast recording day? When is a podcast recording day? When is a podcast? When is a when is a
When? Oh, when? Oh, when?
Join us next time.
Join us next time for
On-
another gin conversation.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, what should we drink next?
More gin.
I mean, yes.
You
Gin
know
and
me. Kwa majina.
I can't take the mic from this man. This yoke of suffering. Bye, guys.
Peace out. Gin's out.